Hey friends, and welcome to Yoga with Rachel. Also, welcome to your Let It Go yoga flow. In terms of items, feel free to bring along with you a blanket or a pillow. Another really great item would be a yoga block or a thick book. However, all that you truly need is you. All right, let's get started. We begin our practice in a cross-legged seat. There's an option to sit on a folded blanket or a pillow to lift the hips, creating some more space and ease in our first posture. Let's find some gentle movement, perhaps taking some neck circles. It can be tricky to go from moving around to then being asked to find complete stillness. So this is why we are starting off with a bit of movement before exploring stillness. Feel free to reverse your circle at any time. Eventually, we find stillness, aligning the head over the heart and the heart over the pelvis. Now loop your shoulders a few times, forward, up, and back. Find stillness. Sit up tall through your spine as best as you can. You can always use a wall for support. When you are ready, place your left hand on your heart space and your right hand on your belly. I invite you to close your eyes, or you can look down and past your nose. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose or your mouth. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Perhaps consider what brought you to the mat today. Is there something that you would like to let go of? Something that is not serving you well? It is okay if you are unsure. Meet yourself where you are today. We often use the phrase, let it go, whenever we encounter a challenging moment. Perhaps we say it to ourselves or others say it to us. Let's be real here. It is so much easier said than done, especially when things are beyond your control. This yoga flow is here to offer you the tools to help you address whatever it is that you are feeling, to offer you the space to breathe, to go inward, to just let out whatever emotion is bubbling to the surface at the moment. This class is intended to help you let go of anything that is not serving you well. Quietly thank yourself for showing up today, for doing the work, for listening to your mind and body. So let's tend to the whole self through breath practice, movement, and mantras. Speaking of mantras, feel free to repeat to yourself throughout this practice, let it go. You could say, let go, let flow, or I choose to let go of blank. So you would fill in that blank. For example, I choose to let go of jealousy. I choose to let go of negative self-talk. Breathe in through your nose. Retain your breath. And then on the exhale, sigh it out through your mouth. Again, breathe in. Hold your breath at the top. And then open mouth exhale. Let it go. One more time. Breathe in. Retain your breath. And then breathe out through your mouth. Empty it out. Open your eyes. Let's make our way to all fours. Once you arrive there, bring your big toes together so that way they are touching, and then move your knees to the long edges of your mat or whatever width feels most comfortable for you. Stack your wrists under your shoulders. Fan out your fingers. Your fingertips are lightly gripping the mat. Palms lift slightly away from your yoga mat. Loop your shoulders, actively pressing away from the earth. Rock your pelvis forward to create some length in your low back body. I invite you to visualize energy flowing from your tailbone all the way up to the base of your skull. On your next breath in, drop your belly towards the earth, reach your chest forward, lift your chin. Breathe out to tuck your tailbone under, round through your back body, chin releases towards your chest. Breathe in to arch through your back body, tailbone reaches towards the sky, look forward. Breathe out to round through your back body, feeling that stretch in your upper back body. Continue these cat-cows on your own. Follow your breath. You can close your eyes to really feel the sensations flowing throughout your body. Cat and cow encourages movement of energy, perhaps new energy, allowing the energy to flow throughout the entire body. Maybe you notice a bit of a shift in energy as you move. Lovely. Find a neutral spine. I encourage you to keep your eyes closed for this next part. Let's break free from the cat-cow structure. Move your body in a way that feels good. This could be moving your hips in a circle, bumping your hips from side to side, or even drawing circles with your torso. You decide upon the pace, slow and steady, or swift movement. Or maybe you try a combo of the two. Go inward. I invite you to let go of what this may look like. Instead, consider how this feels. Perhaps you use your mantra here, let it go, or you can say, let go, let flow. Maybe you decide to make use of your breath as you move. On each exhale, you let go of something, whether that's a feeling, an emotion, or a thought. All right, eventually find stillness. With your eyes closed, take a moment to notice how you feel. Perhaps taking note of any thoughts coming to the surface. Observe. Open your eyes. Walk your knees so that way they are underneath your hip points. Place your hands close to the long edges of your mat. Maintain that hand-to-earth connection. Curl your toes under as you lift both kneecaps off of the earth. Feel your core fire up. Breathe in. Breathe out to send your hips to the sky, finding a downward facing dog. Let's pedal out the feet, bending one knee in at a time, lifting one heel away from the earth at a time. As we pedal it out, I invite you to focus on the sensations. How does this feel? Perhaps you consider where you feel the stretch taking place. How does the ground feel beneath your hands? How do your shoulders feel? Down dog is a lovely inversion as your head is below your heart. This not only encourages the blood to flow in a different direction, but it can also relax the thinking mind. Eventually, we find stillness. Take a slow breath in through your nose, and then a deep cleansing exhale out through your mouth. Anchor through your left heel. Breathe in to sweep your right foot to the sky. Perhaps imagine that you are sliding the sole of your right foot up a wall as you do this. Breathe out to begin to shift forward, drawing your knee to your right wrist. The top of your right foot rests behind your left wrist. There will likely be some distance between your left wrist and the top of your foot. Your right foot is active, so you're flexing through your foot. Slide your left leg behind you. The back leg is straight. The front of your left thigh rotates so that way it's facing towards the earth. Ground down through your left foot. Lower the outside of your right buttock to the earth. You can also place a yoga block under instead for some more ease. If you do find that back knee is talking to you, place a folded blanket or a cushion under that knee. So your right heel is in front of your left hip. There's an option to stay here lifted on your palms or fingertips, or you can even play around with walking your hands forward. This movement encourages your upper body to fold over your right leg. You can then stack your forearms, sending your elbows from left to right, and then release your forehead onto your hands. Listen to your body and decide upon an option that works best for you. Close your eyes. Breathe into your hips, directing the breath down to your hips to encourage a softening and a gentle release. The hips can store tension and emotion. We may find ourselves clenching our hips when we are in difficult situations. Pigeon pose can encourage a gentle release. It can help us let go of anything that is not serving. Let go, let flow. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open your eyes. To make your way out of the posture, slowly begin to rise up, pressing into your foundation. Begin to walk your hands back to help you sit up tall. Continue to roll onto your bum, and then carefully make your way to all fours. And then make your way to a downward facing dog once again. Hands walk to the long edges of your mat. Anchor through your right heel. Breathe in to send your left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. And on your breath out, begin to draw your left knee in towards your left wrist. The top of your left foot sits behind your right wrist. Left foot remains active. Straighten through your right leg. The top of your right foot roots down into the earth. Lower the outside of your left buttock onto your mat. Your left heel is in front of your right hip. I invite you to choose an option here that feels best for you. Perhaps you decide to stay lifted. Maybe you use a prop to support you in this pose. Perhaps you explore folding forward to deepen the stretch. Turn your attention to the sensations. How does this side feel? Perhaps taking a moment to compare and contrast how this side feels in comparison to the other side. Perhaps noticing the stretch taking place in your hips. And maybe even using the breath to help you let go of anything that is not useful. All right, my friend, one final breath cycle here. We breathe in together, and then we breathe out. Open your eyes. Press into all that is touching the earth to help you rise up, walking your hands back to your sides. Roll over to your left side carefully. Make your way back to a tabletop position. Curl your toes under and then send your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Step your feet to the middle of your mat. For today, I invite you to find a generous bend in your knees. Now wrap your arms around the backs of your legs like you are giving yourself a loving hug. Allow your neck and head to grow heavy here in this forward fold. Sometimes nodding your head yes and then shaking your head no is helpful. As we are here, consider one thing that you would like to let go of. It could be anything. It could be what brought you to the mat today. Visualize that object, feeling, emotion, thought. Spill off of your back body and then onto the surface beneath you. Drop it on your mat. How does this feel? Did you notice a shift? It is okay if the answer is no. All I ask is that you explore this idea. Breathe in, and then breathe out to let it go. Release your hands to the earth. Begin to slowly roll up through your spine. We meet standing tall on our mat in mountain pose. Feet are under your hips, palms face forward, shoulders roll back, chin tucks in slightly. You can close your eyes or look down and past your nose. Turn your attention to your feet. Can you notice your feet connecting with the earth? Sometimes this act of noticing our physical connection to the earth can help us stay grounded, especially when emotions are running high or when things are beyond our control. Breathe in. Breathe out to let something go. Open your eyes. We are going to explore a movement together that will help us let go. I will guide us through this for a couple of rounds, and then you can take it away. Breathe in to send your hands to the sky. Breathe out as you fold forward, like in a forward fold. Bend your knees, and then send your hands behind you and towards the sky. Breathe in to send your hands to the sky. Stand tall on your mat. Breathe out to fold forward, bending your knees, and your hands reach back and towards the sky. Breathe in to rise up, hands to the sky. Now you take it away. I invite you to continue this action. Whenever you feel ready, pick up the pace, so go a little bit faster. Perhaps you play around with an audible exhale. Breathe in to rise up, breathe out to fold, let it go. You can even repeat your mantra in your head, let go, let flow. Wherever you are, one more round. Beautiful. Stand tall on your mat and release your hands to your sides. Just shake it out. Your wrists, arms, feet, and your hips. Eventually, find stillness. Breathe in to send your hands to the sky. Breathe out to fold forward. Plant your palms and then step or hop your feet back to a plank. Breathe in. Breathe out to lower your knees to the earth. Bring your knees together and then sit back towards your heels. Breathe in. Breathe out to slide your hands on your mat towards your body and then back and behind you as you fold your upper body onto your thighs. Your forehead eventually releases to the earth. Palms are facing upwards. If you would like more space, you can always explore extended child's pose, or you can even lay on your back, hugging your knees in towards your chest. There is also an option to rock your head from side to side, massaging your brow bone. Child's pose offers a gentle stretch to the whole body. This posture is a gentle surrender. Every inhale and exhale encourages us to release fully and deeply into the earth. I personally come to this posture when I am losing my footing due to things beyond my control. This posture reminds me that although there are so many outside influences that I cannot control, the one thing that is in my control is me. I am in control of my actions, my response to situations, my thought patterns, as well as how I interact with others. Perhaps you can resonate with this. Maybe this posture evokes a similar thought or feeling. And it is okay if it doesn't. Take what works for you, whatever resonates with you, and just leave what doesn't. We are here for one more breath cycle. Slide your hands forward, press into your palms to help you rise up. Swing your legs off to one side and then make your way to a seat on your mat. If you are on your back, feel free to stay there with your legs extended. Once you are in a cross-legged seat, I invite you to close your eyes. Trust yourself. Without looking, slowly begin to draw your palms together and then in front of your heart space. Bow your head, connecting mind to heart. Reminding us that our thoughts have power. They can impact how we feel. Our thoughts can influence the emotions we experience and carry forward with us. Reflect upon that for a moment. Our thoughts have power and they can impact how we feel. Finally, is there one thing you can let go of right here, right now? Perhaps something that you do not wish to carry forward with you. You can visualize dropping a rock onto your mat, letting it go, so that way you feel lighter physically and emotionally. Take a slow breath in through your nose. And then with pursed lips, like you are blowing out a candle, slowly let the breath out through your mouth. Let it go. I hope that this Let It Go yoga flow served you well. Please share this practice with others, like the video, and leave a comment. You can let me know how you feel following this practice, or perhaps what mantra you made use of to offer support during our class. Sending love and light your way. Take care. Namaste.